Hello and welcome. I'm Vineet with James Alder for cricketcountry.com. We are here to look forward to day 2 of the first test at Edgbaston versus in India and England. Before we do that, let's do a little brief recap. What happened on day 1? England were 285 for 9 with Joe Root scoring 80, but it was the brilliance of Virat Kohli that was the talking point. Ravichandran Ashwin took 4 wickets. Jamie, your first thoughts, initial thoughts before we look ahead to the day 2.
Look, I think it's a day that not too many could have seen happening just because of the insecurity over a few of India's key players. Not to mention the absence of their two main fast bowlers and Wriddhiman Saha. Ashwin starting the seventh over of the match after India played 4 fast bowlers was surprising. But that's the first point that Virat Kohli can look back and say, see, what I picked, it worked. Ashwin, of course, got cooked. But then again, really, like you said, that Virat Kohli run out seemingly came out of nowhere. Joe Root was batting pretty much like a dream, 75, 80. He was scoring boundaries. Bairstow was supporting him. Then that really what we can term a needless call for a second run. Virat Kohli nailed the throw, but we need to understand what made that possible. It's all those years of staying away from junk food, a strict diet, the fitness. It's moments like that where a person of that supreme athleticism can pull it off. And from there, to lose 6 wickets for 60 odd runs, a tremendous position India have. England are 9 down. The key for them will be to get the wicket as soon as possible, and then over to the batsmen, pile up a big first.
And also, it was not just that run out, that mic drop celebration, in a way retorting towards what Joe Root did, really spiced up the day and the coming series as well.
Exactly. Just to recap, Root, of course, he did the mic drop when he scored a match-winning 100 in the third ODI to hand Virat Kohli his first bilateral ODI series drop. The picture at that time of Root doing this, and immediately behind him was Kohli looking very solemn, very sullen, his head bowed. Most people who watched that match would have said there's 5 test matches, this is bound to replay itself. Yeah. And sure enough, it took Virat Kohli a few seconds to realize the Root was on his way, and out came the mic drop. Whether he gets sanctioned by the match referees remains to be seen, but it proved a pivotal moment for India, for Kohli, and even for England, because once Root got out, the rest just collapsed.
And also, one of the biggest stars for India was Ravichandran Ashwin. He came into bowl as early as the 7th over. Kohli really showed the confidence in picking up a lone spinner and giving him the 7th over. Ashwin was bowling really well. That first spell of the first session, 7 overs, 13 runs. Second session did not do much, but third session he made it up. Ashwin's role, I mean, he talked about the pitch being dry and everything, but the delivery that Cook got out to, like any pitch, that's a top delivery.
It's a fantastic ball. And keep in mind that Ashwin had got Cook 7 times before in test matches, but really watching him get that wicket with the 11th ball, it's hard to believe that we're watching a test match at Edgbaston. Probably something more like in Chennai or Ahmedabad or Pune, But really Ashwin had a lot to prove, because if you see, he's not part of India's one-day and T20 sides anymore. Did not have a very good IPL. So really right now his main role is playing test cricket. A lot of doubts over his performances away from home. Played 2 matches in England 4 years ago, did not do anything. So a lot to prove. He is used to bowling with a new ball, does it a lot in the subcontinent, and that probably gave him the confidence to go and get
the control as well.
But again, the end, getting those 3 wickets in the last session, big ones. Josh Butler's second ball, stone dead.
Stokes and
Stokes, I mean, very poor ball, but even worse shot. And Ashwin took the cotton ball, and then getting Broad again plumb. So really a fantastic platform being set by Ashwin and Shami to a lesser extent. And maybe Ashwin can get his 5th wicket this morning.
Great. Looking ahead, what lies ahead for both India and England? England 285 for 9, both James Anderson and Sam Curran. They're not known to be big hitters, so for them they'll be looking to get some quick runs. And India would also be wary of the fact that the longer these England pair bat, it's going to be easier for both Murali Vijay and Shikhar Dhawan to come out, because the morning session is where the ball is going to swing, and if the England pair play out that session, it's going to be India's thing to do.
Exactly, and I think India should and probably are very annoyed that they've let Sam Curran get to those 24 runs. A young all-rounder playing just his second test match. you would really want them to knock over the tail.
Yeah.
Anderson, of course, got that 80 odd against them in the 2011 tour.
series, yeah.
So the guy can bat, but they need to get that wicket soon. Because again, if they get to 300, 310, these small things make a big difference psychologically as well as on the scoreboard. You want to have the scoreboard pressure relieved from you, not added onto you. So exactly, India need the early wicket, and then the batsman. The key role for the openers and number 3 is to protect Virat Kohli and Ajinkya Rahane. Give your 2 main middle order batsmen more time. See off the new ball, play for an hour and a half, and then take it from there.
So that's about it. England would be looking for that psychological advantage of 300 plus score. India would like to get that wicket as early as possible. We will be back with day 2 wrap tomorrow at the same time. Till that time, keep yourselves logged on to cricketcountry.com for everything cricket.